calculate the bonuses, you usually calculate, over time. Okay, so it's different, but for now we will just return the base salary. Okay, like along with all overtime and bonuses and everything. While the teachers, we can have something double. Okay, so here I need to know all the courses this teacher is teaching, right? So what should I do? Okay, to do that, I need something like, sorry. So I need something like public list of course called courses. And of course, you can set it up in the constructor. Like usually we don't initialize it here. We usually initialize it in the constructor itself. Like here, you say courses equals new list of courses. Okay, like this is like the most common way instead of initializing it here in this line. Okay, we leave it to the construction time. Okay, so how do you calculate the salary of a teacher? So I need to know the hourly rate for each course and how many hours. So now I need to change the course itself. So the course, I can say like duration in hours. Okay, now I can say, okay, this is a course, it has a name, it has credits. Now, how many hours this course is? And I can also say public double cost or let's say hourly rate. Okay, like the cost to teach this course. Okay, so now I have everything I need. Okay, all the recipes. So I can say for each course in the teacher, for each what var course in the courses of this teacher. Okay, what should I do? I should have something like, it's just like the same algorithm we've done over and over. So let's say this is double, let's call it total equals 0.
Can we
So that,
start at base salary for total?
okay, you can say base salary. Okay, total plus equals like this course dot number of hours, like duration in hours, multiplied by this course also with the cost, what did we call it? Hourly rate. Okay. And now I will return the total. Okay. Now imagine this base salary is, first, is there any question for those? I have no idea why we lost 4 students in just a break. Like this doesn't make any sense. Saria, were you recording in the first session?
Oh my God, I forgot.
Okay, no worries. Then you need to call Ashley and just explain everything.
Yeah, okay, I
Okay.
will. Oh
Well,
shit.
you will
Can
explain.
I start recording now? Sorry.
Well, it's too late actually, but I can let you. But we're almost done. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
All
okay.
you need, all what
I'll
you need to,
explain to her.
yeah, just open a Zoom session like 12 hours and explain everything over here. Okay.
Basically,
Just
I
please make
recall.
sure to not explain everything like wrong or, like she will be confused for life. Okay, so study those, solve the question, then you will be ready to be the teacher. Okay, And of course, we will calculate your salary and hourly rate. Like it's like I get $2 per hour. So maybe if you did, yeah, okay. Like I'll e-transfer $5 for you. Okay. Sule, we're saying something.
Uh, I have recorded.
Really? How?
Yeah.
Are you illegally recording everything?
Thank you, Sule. Thank you for singing.
Uh, well, no, please don't do that. Like this is.
No, no,
Uh,
I just make backup because
yeah. Well, okay,
actually
but
told in the morning should say he come to the class, so I recorded for
for
make
her,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very nice from you. Like, so if you can, okay. Sorry, you can't get that money anymore. So, Sule will send her
I'm totally
that.
fine. Sule, can you share it with me later?
Okay.
What?
It's okay.
You
Thank
don't
so
need
much.
that.
Or
Like,
you can.
I
don't-
can send to her.
yeah. Just please be
Oh,
careful.
yeah.
Like anything you record is not my property or your property. Okay, this is MITT's property.
Yeah.
And in this country they don't take copyrights very nicely. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you don't want to get in trouble. And like even like if you want video courses, like there are endless of them on Udemy. Like for $15 you can get a course. Okay, it won't be as detailed as this one. Like it will be 12 hours of teaching only, for example. But it's good if you like to see more videos or learn more. Okay, so we now calculated the salary of the teacher, but we noticed that, for example, the base salary maybe it's like some big algorithm that contains overtime and bonus, and it's the same for everyone. So what if I wrote it in the staff? Like, what if I wrote something like here, public void, I hate this word, calculate. Okay, salary. Okay, and here um, like calculate like overtime plus bonus plus any other um, you know any other amounts. Okay, and then you will return it. Okay, so let's imagine that we calculate everything and we are returning the base salary. This is a void, sorry, it should be double. Okay, so let's imagine we did that, and it's like some heavy calculation here. So now for the admins, it's very easy. Like you say, okay, admins, they don't require anything extra, so they can just like get what their parent. So you can either remove it totally, and now you can say admin dot calculate salary, and it will use what's in the parent, or you can like write it again but return base dot calculate salary. Like you can calculate what's in the parent. Okay, like this is just identical to not having anything. Like you are returning what your parent has. Okay, like this is the admin, it's returning what the parent has, like without any change. So it's identical to having nothing. Okay, but because if you have nothing, you will also return what your parent has. So it's like you can write it. So maybe in the future, of course, this is not the correct way to do it. The correct way to do it is with overriding, which what we will learn in like next session. Okay, but for us, for what we know now, this is the only way. Okay, now what about teachers? Now teachers, they need what the parent has, and they also need to what to like add something to it. So we can say total starts with what the parent has. Okay, so like here I used what my parent has, all the calculations. Okay, like bonuses, overtimes, everything. I took them and then I added my special stuff to what my parent is offering. But the important thing is I didn't rewrite the code here because this could be a complicated code, could be like lots of algorithms. Why would you write them here and here, or write them multiple times in each child if it's the same code? You can write it one time and share it with everyone. Now, if you are happy, like admins, happy with what the parent is offering, okay, just use it as is. If this is not enough for you because you are a teacher, then okay, you can use what the parent is offering plus add whatever you want as like extra. Okay, so what we did here, some people will use what the parent is offering, the function as is. Some other classes, they will use it plus add their like own calculations to it. Okay, so it's
I have a
all about
question
code
on
reusability. Yep.
so on line 168, we add the base dot because if we just write calculate salary, it's going to be calling itself.
Yeah, that's the thing. It
Okay.
will call itself. Now, very soon we will get rid of this problem. And you see those green lines, they are telling you that there's something not totally correct here, which is fine. Okay. We will learn then the difference and we will see how we will be able to overcome this problem. Okay. Now we are only concerned about code reusability here. Okay. Like isolating the shared code in the parent and using them in the viewer.
If
Okay.
I have a question, if you change, like if calculate salary was protected, does it share that with the parent, or is it?
Yeah, sure. Like it can be protected.
Okay.
Actually, it's good to be protected because base salary itself is protected. So, like between you and your parent class, okay, you as a child class and your parent class, there's no difference between public and protected. You can still see everything. Okay. The only problem is if it's private in the parent. Now, even the children won't be able to see it. Okay. But it's good now because this function can be only called from either the parent or one of his children. And it can't be called from somewhere else. Okay, let's keep it public now because I think to calculate the salary, we need to call it from anywhere. Yeah, like maybe some outer places, I guess.
Okay, but for like inside the teacher class, would you make that one protected, or does it need to be public too?
Well, it doesn't, like there's no point of making it protected here because teacher is not like a parent of someone else. So it's
Oh.
protected. Yeah. Well, it all depends. Like this is a function, okay? Do you want to use it in program? If the answer is yes, then it needs to be public. Okay, so that's how you know. Okay, like any function, any property, anything. Okay, now if you only need it inside you or one of your children, then protected is fine. But like this is a function, okay? Is there a possibility that you need it somewhere else in program, in a web page somewhere? If the answer is this, then it needs to be public. Otherwise, it won't be accessible.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Okay. Last thing we want to talk about is the relation between classes. So we'll start with simple relations, then we will go to many relations. So when we will study databases, that's when we will use the relations the most. But we also need to take a look at relations in classes. So take a look at the teacher. So the teacher has a list of courses. Okay. What if I told you, okay, that's nice. So teacher can teach many courses. So in the course itself, can you know the teacher of a course? Or the teachers of the course? So first thing you need to know, like when there is like when a class is using another class, like see teacher is using the class course. inside it. So class course for sure should also use the class teacher inside it. Okay, so it's a relation. So if I am a class using another class, if in a list, in a property or whatever, then for sure the other class should use me somewhere or somehow. Now, how do you know? We have three kinds of relations. The relations that we have are first 1 to 1. Okay. The other relation is 1 to many. And the third one is many to many. Now, the third one is the most complicated one. So let's talk about those two. The first one is pretty easy. Okay, like imagine you have a class address and a class student. So the student has how many addresses? Like you have one address as a student. Okay, let's forget the case where you are very rich and you have like 10 houses. In particular, like usually a person has one address. Okay, and the address, like the address belongs to how many students? To one student. Okay, so we call this like one-to-one relation. Okay, they are not as common as other two. Like most of the relations are either many to many or one to many. Okay, so we won't talk about one to one now unless we create something like class address. Okay, that's when we will take a look at one to one. But let's take a look at this, which is like most of the relations are one to many. So as a teacher, how many courses can you teach? Like we always concerned about is it 0 or 1 or many?
Many.
So as a teacher, you can now maybe I'm here teaching one course, that's fine, but I can have multiple courses. So a teacher can teach many courses. Now suppose at MITT, like one course is taught by one teacher. Like maybe we have some other programs where the same course is taught by multiple teachers, but at MITT, let's say that always a course is taught by one teacher. So course is taught by one teacher. Teacher can teach many courses. That's a one-to-many relation. Okay. Now let's take a look at the relation. What is the relation between student and course? Is it one-to-one, many-to-many, or one-to-many, or many-to-many? Okay. As a course, how many students do you have? Many students in a course. Okay. As a student, how many courses do you have? Or can you have?
Many.
Many. So the relation is many to many. So a course can have many students. A student can have many courses. That's many to many. Okay. Uh, let's talk about, for example, um, the relation between. Okay, let's see the relation between teacher and course. So what did we say? A teacher can teach many courses. Okay, so inside the teacher, where's the teacher? Inside the teacher, there is a list of courses because a teacher can teach many courses. Okay, now what about the course? How many teachers can be for a course? Only one. So in the course, you should have something like who is the one teacher teaching this course? Okay, and that's exactly how we represented one to many. Now, if I am in the course, I can know who is the teacher. And if I am in the teacher, I can know all the courses this teacher is teaching. And now I can't get lost. Okay, and that's exactly how we will represent things in databases in the next course. Okay, now what about, let's see the student and course. So the student has what? List of courses. And the course, where's the course? The course has what? List of students. So what's the relation here? So if each class, yeah, if each class has a list of the other, that means we have a many to many relation. Okay. Now many to many relations are a bit more complicated because they require creating a third class. Okay. And that's what we will see tomorrow, how to create a third class and how to represent many to many relations. Okay. But for now, let's just always try to think about relation between classes. Okay. So if I told you an admin can administrate, like, for example, like Tarek, you know Tarek, right? He is the coordinator of many programs and many teachers. Now, as a teacher, I only have one coordinator who is Tarek. So what is the relation between a teacher and a coordinator or an admin? What do you think the relation is?
One to many.
One to many, right? Because the admin can have many teachers to administrate, and the teacher can have only one administrator. So it's one to many. If I want to represent this relation in the code, so as a teacher, should I have a list of admin or one admin?
Fine.
Like if I have a list of admins administrating me, that means I have so many administrators, like so many Tariqs, which is not the real case in real life. Okay. So as a teacher, I should only have one instance of what? Okay. It's called the program coordinator. Okay. Hopefully I'm not messing up things here. Okay. Like you have one program coordinator who is actually from type what? Admin. What about admins? What do they have? Like as an admin, as me, as a program coordinator, do I have one teacher to administrate or many teachers?
Many teacher.
I have many teachers to administrate, right? That's why I have a list of, like inside the admin class, you have a list of teachers, okay, that you are administrating. Okay. And that's how you know the relations. So always when you create classes, you need to see it first, is there a relation? Maybe there's no relation at all, so you don't need to do anything. Okay. Like for example, in a company, like is there a relation between the administrator and the customer? Like you don't, like I'm a customer, I don't have an administrator. So there's no relation. But for example, between a customer and an order, let's say we are building an app for e-commerce. Okay, so I have a class called customer, who are people who are buying online. And I have a class called order, which is an order that someone makes and you need to ship. What is the relation between customer and order? Always think, as a customer, how many orders can you make?
Many.
Many. Okay. Then an order, how the same order, for how many customers it belongs?
Fine.
Many.
To one. Like, no. Like,
Really? I'm an egg. 3 people can buy me. Many.
right. So it's not, no, I'm not talking about a product. Yeah. Yeah. Here you are talking about products. I'm saying the order. Like when I make, when I tell you I made an order of a laptop and a phone and it's coming on Monday. Okay. This is an order. So does it belong to so many people? Is it going to be shipped to so many people or just me?
Just one.
Yeah, but the product itself, it can be bought by so many people. That's a different story. So an order which has a date, a shipping address, and everything, this belongs to one customer. So the relation between customer and order is one to many. Okay, so in the class customer, you should have a list of what? Of orders. In the order, you should have who is the single customer who owns this order. We will do this like a zillion times during our program, okay, like almost every class. Okay, we will do it in tables, in databases, but this is just an introduction, so you can start like getting a little bit warmed up with whole relations between classes, relations between tables, and you can see we are not talking nothing but common sense. Okay, like of course, like an order can be for many people, and a single person, like each one of you, I'm pretty sure you made more than one order. So it's very easy to know the relation, and once you learn how to code them, first time, second time, and it will be very easy to represent them in code. Okay, so we will keep talking about this topic for many times, and we will build so many systems, so many classes, and every time we build a system. Okay, what if I'm talking about um, a on post on Twitter or Facebook and the comments? What is the relation between a post and the comments on it? Let's imagine that we have a class called post, we have a class called comment. So what's the relation between post and comment?
One to many.
One
Post
to
don't
many.
have. Yeah.
One to many, because one post can have many comments on it. But when I write a comment, okay, when I write a comment, am I targeting a certain post, or am I writing a comment that goes to many posts? Right? So the first thing you do when you want to write a comment is to choose which post you are commenting on, right? So a comment can only belong to one post, while a post can have so many comments. So the relationship is one to many. And if you messed up the relationship, the whole system won't make any sense. Like imagine the relationship is many to many. What does that mean? That means when you write a comment, it will be spread. Like the same comment I'm commenting on Saria is going to Sulay for some reason, which like is a disaster. Like I'm commenting on something like totally different, but it's like your design doesn't make sense, so your execution will be terrible. Okay, now um, just try to think about some classes, some relations, see if it makes sense for you. Okay, there's nothing really required for today other than like repeating what we learned. Okay, try to make the classes yourself, try to understand inheritance more. Okay, and always think about code reusability and the shared things that will isolate in the parent. Okay, and just make sure if you removed your main empty constructor, your children will start complaining that, hey, you removed your default constructor. What should we do? So you need to tell your children exactly where to go in terms of a constructor. Okay, and that's it. Okay, I have a meeting at 1:30 and they just told me about it today. So I'm sorry about that. I have to leave now. Okay, so first, any question? Okay, so if there's any question, I will send you this code. Okay, and please try every day. Like you can save your code, but try to start with the code that I have so we can be on the same page. Okay, like if you don't have a class called course in your on Visual Studio, you won't be able to do anything from what I'm doing. Okay, so if you can use the code, or at least now when you take the code I will send, try to make them somehow matching. Okay, so tomorrow we can build on the same system together.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I'll send you this one, and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.